My name is Denis. I was born in 24 Forger Road in Chantilly. I remember when I was a very young lad, poverty at that time was around Chantilly, as a lot of people know. My mother at the time, I didn't know, I was very young, that she was sick. She was in and out of hospital, the old regional hospital. And I used to be crying, I said, Mammy, where are you going? But then eventually, there was no coming back with my mother. Well, I remember then, we all went to Lindenby, because our father wanted to look after us. But no one told us at the time my mother was dying, you know. But I always remember the names there were terrible. You couldn't eat it. Big long tables, there could be 12 on each table. There were nearly 100 girls there at that time. And them poor girls suffered. They had no life ahead of them. They didn't know what's going to come afterwards. Most of them girls went to work with the Magdalene Laundry. I think they were there till the day they died. They had no life. They were gone out to head. They didn't know what was in front of them. So we didn't know what happened when we ever see our mother or get no visits. Till my father came up and said I had to take Denis out because the mother's not well. But my father took me out. Sorry I ever went out with him. He was wicked. He'd be drunk and threatened me and all this. Things didn't turn out well. That I had to go and beg for my father to get 3 bags of bread from the neighbours. So next, I went out to some shop up in Chantilly. I don't know the name, it could be Ernie's. I took a box of chocolates and I said I'd bring them out to my mother. Well, I did get out to see my mother at Murner Park. I gave her the chocolates, you know. But I didn't know at the time the guards were looking for me. So they came over and they arrested me. They brought me in front of a judge here at the Burker. And he said my father one day to look after me. My mother was sick. I didn't know what sickness was that time, but I know it today. And he said he's better off in the industrial schools here in Galway. And he says St. Joseph's Industrial School. He wrote the warrant out for 9 years. But I wasn't told at the time it was 9 years. When you're here now, you go by the rules. This is not St. Anne's in Nineveh. You're here with the Christian brothers. But you had the number. I never forget the number you wore on your underpants, your trousers, your shoes, inside your shoes. It was all tagged. 21 was my number. I never forget that to this day. So I was in the school. And then the final news came and Annie died. She was 40 years of age. She died the 1st July 1959. I didn't cry, to be honest with you. I was only a child. And I don't think anyone would have cried. But I knew that I would miss her. My sisters were all adopted at the time. I don't know who went to the funeral, don't ask me. We didn't go with 7 pints. Well, in the school at the time, if anyone thought it was an orphan school, they're making a mistake. It was a hen of a place. You had to play Gaelic. And if you didn't win a match, you were bit. If you copped in soccer, you got bit. I was all the time the letters. I remember getting the rule over the head. And your teeth weren't cleaned properly, you got an uppercut under the chin. But things got worse then as time went on. When it came to number 4, you had the brothers. That's when all the dirty abuse went on. You learned a lot of things. I didn't know what was going on first when I seen it myself with my own eyes. And I don't forget, it was going on in the shower. And I decided, that's a night no one never liked. It was terrible night, and a lot of the lads there in that school, I know myself today, they're not functioning with like the Kenneth. What happened to them? It was going on this breaking for years. But if you thought years ago what happened to school, you're a liar. You know, no one didn't believe you. People inside didn't know what was happening in that show, but kept it quiet behind doors. You understand? They knew what was going on in the school. Even when they went on holidays, the boys used to tell the adopted parents, to open the holidays what was going on. A lot of people know about that school, but they were afraid, there were big shots inside it. There's nights I can't sleep when I think about that school. You've seen the new lads getting raped, you know, and they should be disgracing themselves. I know people left the school and did away with their life. And when you leave that school, you're on your own. You're out to fight for you, there's no one helping you out. A lot of them end up in prison, like I did. A lot of them end up there and they don't know what to go talk about. All they have on their mind what happened in the schools. That's why they end up in prison. When I left that school, I was on my own. I tell you true, I never tasted drink in my life. That time. And I remember having a few pints. If anyone tells you, you'll be drinking about 3 pints, you know. But then it turned in, as years went on, I was in and out of jail, back out again. I ended up with the winos on the street. I admit to that, you know. And these were alcoholics, cheap wine. You get it in a chemist, you get 3p a bottle. 80 for a pound that time. I bought this big jar of cider, a half a crown, bring the container back, you get 6 months back, you can get it filled up. I was drinking out snaps. I drink Mets, you know what Mets is? You get it in a chemist, you put water in it, water into it and it comes out pure white, small little bottle. Oh, it's terrible. I know people that died from that, and I was drinking around the streets in and out of jail. But mostly I was taking lead and copper, robbing chemists, you know, like for wine. I did lots of silly things. I was in St. Patrick's Institution, Mount Chai, Port Leash, Cork, Limerick. It was terrible. 6 months, 12 months. And that was going on for years. I slept out in the palace for 16 years. Now, when I'm in the palace, all there was blankets, an old shed full of stones. The Simon here in Galway brought me soup and sandwiches 2 nights a week, gave me cigarettes. They were the only friends I had. I started talking to myself. I had to do something when I was sleeping out. I was doing nothing with my drink, and drink is a lot of the cause of this to me. You know what it did to me. It was a bad night on the 5th of January 91. I was sleeping in the fan, and next this wall came down. There was rocks come flying in the back of the fan. I thought that I was going to, you know what I mean, I got a bent on the head. So I said, it's time to get out. When I got out and I called the boys, I didn't run away. Come on, the wall is falling. Where are you? But I got no sound. So I said it's time to move, and they did. I walked and I could hear thunder. Fan turned over and the wall collapsed on it. They were dead. Now what saved me, my life was I didn't sleep. Dad moved to where I was when I went to the toilet. When I came back, I slept where he was. So I just sat and he got, the whole wall. I had my pelvis broken, one of my legs, and all my toes. I was paralysed for 3 months in Murden Park. I couldn't see the man next bed to me and the fella on the right. And they told me not to go, So I took, before that I was drinking every day. So I drank for a while after that. And then this happened, I met these two A members. You learn from AA what drink does to you, and I realised what it was the one that fell me, it was the fucking drink. People say they're hard and all that, but it's not fun. Drink has a lot to do to that one. And I learned a lot from AA, listen to other people's stories. Now they're alcoholics, and I'm always an alcoholic. I'm a sober alcoholic today. I make these routes. I make Mississippi boats, Galway hookers, Chinese boats, and all arts and crafts. And that's what keeps me sober as well. Now I'm living in a flat. I feed myself. I look after myself. Life changes. And how it changes, you have to keep sober. It's no use having a flat if you're drinking. You're not going to have any food, no cigarettes, no. Now here is like paradise. And I have to look after this place. Imagine I make one slip, I lose this place, and that's the end of me. I thank God I'm not down Main Street. I'd be dead a long time ago. If the war didn't kill me, the drink killed me, and I have to say that. I have no pain really in my legs. I am on painkillers here every night. So I'm trying to get on with my life, change my life, and I'm very proud today. As a mother's blessing, that's what I say. My mother's love and blessing. That's all you can say. God be with her. Brings back memories, Purgy Road. And she's scrubbing out the floors in the Santa Maria to keep us alive. And she did it, and she worked hard. Green coat, black hair, and brown eyes. Those brown eyes I love to see.